Yo, what's going on, Phantom Thieves? Arrow here again, and today we're going to be talking about SummerSlam 2021 and what I thought about the show. So, we're not even going to waste time getting into it. Let's go straight into WWE site here, and I made sure to have everything ready. Our pre-show was Baron Corbin versus Big E. It was a okay match, I guess. People are really into Baron Corbin's character right now, which I'm actually a fan of. Biggie won with a big ending and got the Money in the Bank briefcase back. I don't know where Baron Corbin's gonna go from here, but he's a good enough character, so he'll definitely figure it out. Um, our actual show opener was Rated RK Bro versus the tag team champions AJ Styles and Omos. And this match was pretty quick, actually. As you can see, Rated RK Bro did win after Randy hit an RKO on AJ Styles. I figured AJ would take the pin because Omos has yet to take an actual bump, and once Randy and Matt Riddle got back together, you knew that they were going to be bringing home the gold tonight. But it was actually a pretty fun match to get the show started. So, this referee be looking so serious, man. Like, he don't have no fun. But the match itself was really, it was a good way to open up the show. So, um, how we're gonna do this is we're gonna go through every match, and then at the end of the card, I'm gonna rate it between 1 and 5. So there are gonna be some topics that I want you guys to discuss among yourselves in the comments that I'm not gonna get into, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But good show opener, and they needed it because next we had this. this match. Alexa Bliss won. There was a time where Eva Marie actually started fighting Lily. Um, man, uh, I don't know if they're still going with this Alexa Bliss Fiend type character to see how merchandise sales are gonna go. But and I'm not saying this is her fault or anything. Like, especially with the whole Bray Wyatt getting released thing, there's been a lot of mixed reactions on Alexa Bliss still using the character. She to me, this is just to me, she was actually interesting when this first started, but now I don't have an interest in this. I don't. But after the match, Doudrop announced that Eva Marie was the loser and took her coat and ran off. So I hope that their pairing is over, and I hope that Alexa Bliss just they need to put her in a title feud or something. But as far as the character, man, I don't know. I don't know. And depending on how many Lily dolls sell, we could be seeing her for a long time. But this match, garbage. Damien Priest versus Sheamus. As you guys can tell here, Damien Priest is our new United States champion. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually digging the hair colors. I ain't even gonna lie. This was actually a pretty fun match. Sheamus could drop the title and it not hurt him because, at least to me, he's so well established. He'll be one of those people that when he's finally gone, we'll definitely miss him a lot more than what we are giving him now. We're not giving him his roses. At least a majority of people, I feel, aren't. We'll definitely miss him when he's gone. But they put on an entertaining match, so good job to them, and good job to Damian Priest becoming the new United States champion. The Usos defeated Dominic, and Rey Mysterio. I didn't really care about this match because for like the past month, we've gotten tag team matches and singles matches with them so much. This just felt like a throwaway match, honestly. Like, I'm interested to see what happens with Dominic and Rey going forward, but the Usos definitely needed a different challenger for this. The crowd wasn't super into it, and yeah, I don't. It was a good match. Don't get me wrong, but we've seen it so many times that I was just like, I'm tired of this. But the Usos retained Dominic and Rey. We'll see where they go from here. I'm gonna skip the next one, and we're gonna go to Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. Drew actually said that because they're in front of a live crowd of I think 50,000 people, I think it was actually like 45,000, but WWE claims it was 51,000 and some change. But this was actually just I wouldn't even call it an enhancement match, but it was a quick one. And as you can see, Drew McIntyre won with the Claymore. This feud was just throwaway. To me, so far this show is holding about a C. It's an average show. It's an average show. Yeah. Anywho, Charlotte Flair. Now, under all technicalities, she is a 14-time. WWE is recognizing her as a 12-time because WWE is not acknowledging her 2 NXT championship reigns. But technically, she's a 14-time champion as of winning the title tonight. I feel so bad for Nikki. I had no hopes of Rhea Ripley winning at all, but Charlotte Flair, once again, 14-time champion. Let's see how long this reign lasts. And this ties into what we're going to talk about here. Okay. The match itself was pretty entertaining, but man, when you build around just certain people, it's hard to. I miss when WWE, when their wrestlers felt like stars, like real stars, and they only build a couple of them now, so it's so hard to get invested in anybody else like Nikki when you have this. Yeah. Edge. This is probably my match of the night. Edge versus Seth Rollins. Edge brought out the Brood entrance. It was sick. It was so sick. And of course, once he hit the pose, it changed back to his current theme song. But they had a great match. They put on a clinic. The show was supposed to end at 11 o'clock, so this match didn't feel rushed, but you could tell going towards the couple last matches that they had to really, kick it into gear. But Edge hit a glam slam, which was a really cool callback to his wife. Seth Rollins hit a pedigree off of a spear. He didn't get the full thing, but he hit a pedigree that was pretty cool. They had some really cool moments in this match, and the crowd was really into it. I was glad that Edge got the win. He's lost both of his title matches, the triple threat with Daniel Bryan and then the singles one. Like, it feels like he's lost a lot as of late, so he really needed this win. And even if Seth Rollins, since he took the loss, Seth Rollins is such a good character and wrestler. He will build himself to go, to go above and beyond. And, taking this loss does not hurt his character. Now, the worst match of the night, Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg. Bobby Lashley retained. The crowd was actually into Bobby because of how bad Goldberg was. He has one more match on his on his contract. It should just be some kind of squash match. No more title matches. I like Goldberg. I know a lot of people don't. I like Goldberg, but this was not it. And there's going to be a lot of memes coming from this because Bobby Lashley put Goldberg's son in the Hurt Lock, and it was like F them kids and all that stuff. Like it was. If you go on Twitter and see it, it's fantastic. It's great, but definitely the worst match of the night. Before we go to the we're gonna do the main event. John Cena versus Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns did retain. It was a good match. One thing I had a problem with was how John Cena's character was portrayed in this match. Like, he's going for a record 17 world championships, and they played so much off of that 1, 2, 3 thing and going for the roll-ups. Like, he didn't get really serious until the end of the match, but we're used to seeing John Cena take every match serious. Like, every match is a career-defining moment for the most part. So seeing him not as serious, it was different. It was different. But it was still a good match. It was a good match. I'd probably say it's my second match of the night, right behind Seth Rollins and Edge. It was a good match, but not match of the night. Roman Reigns, I will say one thing. Him talking to, when we had the Thunderdome era, him talking into that camera worked way better because he was talking to us on our TV screens. It seemed to work way better then than it does now when there's a live crowd. But the one major complaint I have about this match is two attitude adjustments, and then a third. One was just a regular one with the "you can't see me." One was through a table. One was off the second rope, and they got some height on that attitude adjustment. Man, they got some height. I actually bought into that. I thought, you know what, WWE, because a lot. I knew Roman Reigns might retain, but because Ric Flair left, I really had a part of me that thought WWE might be petty enough to put the belt on John Cena to finally get rid of that Ric Flair, having 16 world titles and have John Cena finally pass him. I really thought WWE might pull that, especially because Ric Flair might go to AEW. So I'm actually surprised that Roman Reigns kicked out of 3 of them. I don't know. John Cena actually looked weak here, and I know it's a passing of the torch moment, but man, that was actually pretty weird. Overall, good match. I know I sound like I'm complaining a lot about it, but it really was a good match. It really was. John Cena going for some of his old moves like the shoulder tackle, and Roman Reigns hitting with the Superman punch, kind of like hey man, I know your moves, man. Like, this is my house now. I know all that other stuff. Or when he was going for the 5 knuckle shuffle and Roman hit him with the guillotine. Like, there was a lot of cool stuff that this match had. Or like when they were going back and forth with the punches, and Paul Heyman was when Roman Reigns got hit. Like, there was really good touches to it. So Brock Lesnar actually showed up after the match, and ponytail, small beard, and all, and that was really nice. That was really nice. So it's gonna set up. It's either gonna do 2 things: set up a face Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, or he could go to Raw, and maybe he's gonna run Raw. We never know. Maybe we'll get that Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. So it's gonna be interesting to see where they go from there. If not, though, I'm gonna be upset that we still haven't got Bobby Lashley versus Brock, but we'll see. Now, my disappointment. There was a match of the night that was the worst, but my disappointment of the night, I'm happy Becky Lynch returned. I don't know. I'm not even going to speculate on why Sasha wasn't there. I've seen a lot of speculation, excuse me. I'm not even going to speculate. I'm only going to talk about this. Becky Lynch makes her return after over a year to squash Bianca Belair in about, people are saying 20 something seconds if you actually are doing the match. I'm not talking about the handshake and the stare down. If you talk about the match, it was under 10 seconds. Maybe 12. Maybe 12. Bianca Belair got Kofi Kingston. If you guys don't remember, Kofi Kingston had his Kofi Mania, won the WWE Championship, and then the moment that SmackDown went to Fox, he faced Brock Lesnar and lost in 7 seconds. I honestly thought Sasha Banks was, if she was here, I thought she was going to take the title off of Bianca Belair, but it would have been a match. But Bianca Belair, they've built her up so well. She's the future. When people like, Sasha are gone, or Becky Lynch are gone, or anybody, whatever are gone, you have people like Bianca Belair that could, especially as a babyface, she's such a good babyface, man, and the crowd was so disappointed that she got squashed. But they were happy because Becky was back, and I'm happy Becky's back, but when Bianca was going up the ramp and she looked back, you could see the actual emotion coming from her, like, man, was this my last chance? And that, if it is, man, she did not deserve that, 10 to 12 second loss. That is so disappointing, man. Like, seriously. I thought Becky could have, and I know it's probably because she's going to be with Seth on SmackDown, because they are married and all that, but man, we couldn't have done that for the Raw women's match. I don't know. This was my most disappointing part of the show. Yeah, I feel sorry for Bianca. I really do. Um, that was rough. But what I want you guys to drop in the comments, especially about that part. I've heard a lot of stuff about, race playing a role. All this stuff I'm not gonna get into, but I want you guys to give your honest opinions of the show, your match of the night, your worst match of the night, and your thoughts on Bianca Belair getting squashed by Becky Lynch. It's the show overall to me. If I had to give it a 1 out of 5, I'd probably give it a 2.5, 3 at the highest. Um, there was a lot of repeat matches from what we've already seen on Raw and SmackDown, and it's just unfortunate that Bianca Belair got squashed like Kofi, and a lot of people are going to be talking about that. And I'm not making this video about AEW versus WWE, but a lot of people are speculating that they pulled the gun on Brock Lesnar and Becky Lynch because CM Punk went to AEW. I don't know if that's the case, so I'm not going to speak on it too much. But yeah, the show is about a 2.5, 3 at highest. So you guys make sure to subscribe if you guys enjoy content on wrestling or video games. Um, like I said before, I do plan on doing a video game podcast, but we'll talk about that in another video. So yeah, just let me know what you guys thought about the show overall, and I will catch you guys in the next video. This is Arrow of the Phantom Thieves, guys. I'm out.